Hello everyone and welcome to Attingham Park, where it's a snowy morning. However, just like in real life, the snow is not actually settling, which is quite nice that it hasn't settled everywhere. It's a nice touch that it can snow and not stick, as we call it in the UK. Now, as I mentioned in the last episode, we are going to buy a tractor today. So let's first check. Okay, that's the only thing on sale. We can't afford that. So I know what I want to buy. You're going to be absolutely shocked because it's something I've never owned before. No, it's a Fiat 1300 DT, but it's a rebuild, so we can customize this quite a lot. So we've got different color options. I'm going to go with the normal with the orange fenders. Wheels, they've all got numbers, but they seem to be. This is standard. That is standard. That is wide, that is wider, or more flotation I guess, and narrow. So we're going to go with the standard. Attachers we can put on a front hydraulic with a PTO. We're going to do that because then we can continue doing the mowing, I think. Engine, we've got stock exhaust, V2A, turbocharger and intercooler. Now if you look, 132 horsepower with the stock, 135 with the V2A, 147 with the turbocharger, and 185 with the turbocharger and intercooler. That is what we want. And I'm going to change the license plate because we seem to have the same license plate for every single vehicle. So we're going to do this one as JFF because it's our first one. So that's going to be SG53JFF. Nice. 27,770. That is a bargain for an 185 horsepower tractor, and it's going to allow us, of course, to stop leasing, and that is very, very important. Now, talking about leasing, we're now going to lease something. Yes, I know, a little bit backwards. So in here we have got somewhere the Isario Scout. This is what we need. I don't have any modded versions, nope, so we need the Isario Scout. We're going to lease it. It's going to cost us 867. And today's job, very simply, is going to be to scan all of our fields. Oh, and apparently my steering wheel has defaulted back to being ETS. Ah! Wow, okay. And the brakes on this are not actually great. Let's hook this up. Does it have a PTO? No. Right, I will quickly go and set my steering wheel. So, we've obviously got a few fields, let's lift them up, that we need to scan. A bit of a bump there. I did not put beacons on because we don't have beacons. And there's no option for a front loader on this tractor either, which is a bit disappointing. But, as you can see, we've still got money left over, so it's not really a big deal. Let's have a look at the interior. Very nice. Looks like a classic Fiat. Yeah, it looks like the Fiat interior of the other Fiats that I've driven before, which is good. So we've got to obviously head back down because all of our fields are actually on the wrong side of the road. All of our fields are near to the farm now. We've got rid of the one that was a bit further away. Only a 21 mile an hour speed, which is a little slow, but we can cope. So yes, I will make my way over to the farm and I'll see you there. Alright, so this is the first field that we've got to do, and after this we'll move over to the fields near the farm itself. I think we can scan the cow pasture because I made it into a field. I don't think we can scan the sheep pasture, so we'll find that out. But let's unfold. There we go. And we're going to do most of this on a time lapse, I think. I want to try, if I can, and get as much of this field in one go. This small, very small field we've got here. So, dropping down, he'll start taking his sample. Nice. There we go, first sample done. Now, obviously I want to try and avoid wasting money by scanning other people's fields. That would be a very big bonus if we can do that. And yeah, so today is pretty much all about getting these fields, getting these fields scanned, so that we now then know what we need to put on them. We've got digestate available, so it would be really good to start using some of that. Although I don't think this is the right time of year to actually be... Why does it keep switching over? So yeah, I don't think it's the right time of year to actually be doing digestate spreading, but we have digestate ready for when we need it. I've also just had a quick look while it's doing that. I know what's going on. It keeps switching every time I press to do the action. Weird. Milk is at its best price in September, second best price in January, which is about 1369. It's currently 1227. So we're going to wait until we get to January, and then we're going to sell whatever milk the cows have produced. That will help us get us some extra income, because we do still have a loan that needs to be repaid, and I will do that as soon as I can. Yeah, so we've got the loan to be repaid, as well as needing to still get rid of some of the leased equipment, because we've got quite a few pieces still leased. And the cat has just come in and she's screaming. So let me go and fix her, and then we'll time-lapse getting the rest of this field done.
Baby, it's time to go. All we need to put on is the radio. I can feel the heat is rising, and that beat is hypnotizing. No, we run the show. Let's get loud and come on, lose control. Got to live or we get too old. Come on, shine, shine a little tonight. Let's get loud and come on, lose control. Ain't no limit when we go for gold. We can shine, shine a little tonight. Shine a little tonight. Shine a little Let's hit the club, time to make a move, we got it late, ain't got nothing to prove, I can feel the heat is rising, and that beat is hypnotizing. No, we run the show. Let's get loud and come on, lose control. Got to live or we get too old. Come on, shine, shine a little tonight. Let's get loud and come on, lose control. Ain't no limit when we go for gold. We can shine, shine a little tonight. Shine a little tonight. Shine a little tonight. Shine a little tonight. Oh yeah, we can shine, shine a little tonight. We can shine, shine a little tonight.
That's the last one then. So we can now send the soil samples for analysis. Of course, this costs us money, but once it's done, we will be able to see our soil types for this field and for a little bit of their fields, unfortunately. So we've still got 27, 25, 26 to do. How is our environmental score? Not great. We've probably been using too much fuel. So yeah, I don't know if we can scan that one. I'm pretty sure we can't scan this or this, but we can probably scan that and actually spray it. There we go, we've got our numbers back. So we've got mainly sandy loam and a bit of silty clay at the edge. pH is below what it should be, I believe, and nitrogen is awful, it's terrible. That's the yield from last time, so we didn't get too bad a yield. And seed rate, because it's grass, there is no seed rate. So if we have a quick hop out, pH value is okay. It could be better, but it's okay. So we're not too bad. Expected yield 86%. It could be 100%, which would be 19.7 tons per hectare. At the moment we'd be expecting 16.9. So now we need to move round to our other fields. So I'm going to drive over there. I'm not doing the driving over on camera because it's quite a long drive in a tractor that only goes 21 miles an hour. So yeah, I'll see you over there. Here we are, and there are our cows. They're looking good, and the grass, by the looks of it, has actually grown. That field that I planted, which is good. We've got our line there, but nowhere to actually spread it at the moment. So let me unfold. We're going to get this field done first because it is the smallest, and the cat has just started squeaking again. I don't know what's wrong with her. Well, him actually in this case. He started. Excellent. One finishes and the other one starts. That is life, I think. Now, why? Why does it keep doing that? See, it keeps changing. It's very odd that it changes gear. So, next one. I think he's hungry. I'm going to go and feed him a second. Now, you're going to think that I'm starving my poor cats, but actually, they've just been fed. He's just a bit of a glutton, I think. Let's try and get that corner. We are going to be taking a big chunk out of the neighbour's field here. There's a lot of weeds in here, but they will go when we seed, I think. I'm pretty sure they will. Oh, this gear change is really weird. I wonder if it's just with this machine or if it's always going to do it. If it's always going to do it, I'm going to probably get quite annoyed. There we go. And we'll send this soil sample straight away. We won't wait until we've got the others. No sense in doing that. And of course this field is the one that we're going to put a crop in. I don't know which crop yet. I think I said soybeans, didn't I? And if I put soybeans in, I need to improve the pH but not the nitrogen, which is good because it means we can save all of our digestate for the grass fields. Come on, can we get to the end? I think we can, can't we? We can cover the whole field! Woohoo! Right, so that's the last one. We'll lift up as soon as he's finished. There we go. So send the soil samples. Perfect. Lift that up. And we can now drive to the other fields. Like 600 for that one. The last one must have been 26. Oh, and we've got our field stats back already. That was quick. Because I changed the times to times 10. So this is pure sandy loam. pH is about the same as that, but we don't know if it needs to be higher or not. Nitrogen, very, very poor, but that's actually okay because we're going to be putting soybeans. And we've not had any yield, of course. Seed rate, we don't know. That shows a seed rate. And we don't know yet because we don't know what seed we're putting in. That's a very good point. Okay, so I'm not going to actually waste money on scanning the grass over there that I planted. It's completely wasteful because I've actually just put that grass in for the cows. It's not going to give us any benefit. Oh, and if you look, Have they been eating the grass? Because the grass has gone down a stage. Let's have a look. Yes, they have. No, that's the wrong ones. So here, it doesn't look like they have. So for some reason, the grazing mod is actually decreasing the field state, but not increasing the food. But the good news is, now we've got them up to productivity of 100% and health, reproduction is increasing. So we will actually start to get them up to 100% and get ourselves some babies. Now, this field is going, well, it's 2 fields technically. I've still got my hay out here. They are very big, so this is going to take a bit of time. I will do it as a time lapse, but I will probably also skip a fair quantity of that time lapse. So, let's get going. I have got the whole field scanned, so now it's time to send those off to the lab. Perfect, so that is all of our fields scanned as well. We don't need to worry. Oh, we do have that tiny section, a field next to the greenhouse, but I'm not going to bother with that, to be perfectly honest. So, I now need to head over to the shop. The reason for heading to the shop is to return this. May as well try and return it in a realistic way today. But also, we need to buy something. And the soil samples are now done. Let's have a quick look at those. Here we go. There we go. So, mainly silty clay in this. pH, again, it's about the same. Nitrogen, absolutely shocking because I mowed it. And we got an average-ish sort of yield. 75 to 80, we're a bit better down there. Which corresponds, that yield actually corresponds with the sandy loam section. The same as it does in here. The sandy loam gave better. Anyway, like I said, I'm now going to get over to the shop and we're going to buy something. Here we are. So, where do we drop this? It's by here, I think, isn't it? So this is the workshop. You know what? We've done it realistically enough. We've brought it all the way down here. Let's now return that. And what we need to do is we need to buy a trailer. So, the tractor we have purchased. Let's have a quick check. He can take 5.1 tons. Okay, so I want a trailer. It's going to have to be a small trailer. I have quite a few modded trailers, actually, which would be very nice to use. Which ones could we use? So we've got the Roland, but that's pretty heavy. We've got the Richard Weston. That's a very nice one. We could even take the SF16, which is slightly better. Or the 14. I think we should probably take the 14. It's nice and small. We've also got the Marston trailer. That's very light. And a Marshall. How's that Marshall? It's a bit long. I think I like that Marston. So, configuration, grain, silage and board. Okay, we'll leave it as grain, wheel setup, default, chassis. And we can put it in a grey, that's quite nice. Ladder, do we need a ladder? We've got one on the left, or the right, or both. I think we'll leave it with no ladder. Beacon, yes, that would be useful, because we don't actually have a beacon on our tractor. So, beacon bottom, do that one. Branding, Marston or Massey, or Salop, or Griffiths. Okay, we're going to go with Marston. And a cover, yes, a cover would be good. So that is going to pump the price up. And then we're going to leave this as it is. Trailer, license plate. Going to be very inventive here. TRA. For trailer. There we go. Buy that. So that's 14,600. What we're now going to do is head over to the silage, and the snow has just stopped, I've noticed. So yes, we're going to head over to the silage, and when we get there, I am going to... Oh, these brakes. When we get to the silage, I'm going to fill this guy up. I keep calling it silage, but it's BGA. I'm going to go to the BGA. I'm going to fill this guy up with silage, and we're going to go and sell it, and we're going to make some of that money we've just spent on a trailer back. This trailer is going to be needed. I mean, it is quite a necessity on a farm to have a tractor and a trailer. So we are going to do that, and I'm just going to cut in front of that lady. Yes, I will get back to the silage, to the BGA. It's going to take a little bit of time, and I'll see you once I'm there. Right, let's get this cover taken off. There we go. And we can head over here. I think this guy's got plenty. Yeah. We can put some more in, but we don't need to, so we won't just yet. Now, there is something weird going on with this pit. I don't know if it's related... I think it might be related to me changing the contents. Obviously, when I use Maze Plus. Because everything keeps dragging itself out, which is a little weird and a little annoying. But anyway, we will get this guy filled. He's not going to actually take much. I still have not set up my joystick. Yeah, so he's not going to take very many bucket loads because he's only 16,000 litre capacity, I think. But at least the tractor has got a decent amount of horsepower to actually pull it. That's good. And we've still got, wow, 194,000 litres. Obviously going to have more in a minute. Less once I've taken all of this out, but yes, that's a significant quantity of silage. We could also give some to the cows, but they don't need it right now. They've got plenty of food. So it's of no benefit to feed them. I have no idea where I'm going to sell this. I don't know where the best price is. Let me just get rid of that. Just get this all put in. Like I said, it's only 16,000 capacity, so Won't take too long with this size bucket. There we go. Half full by the looks of it. Grab ourselves another load. It is weird how that pit works. I'm hoping that when it comes to when I actually start to get it really emptied, it doesn't do that anymore. Because you could see just as I drove over it, suddenly it just dropped a load out. It's weird. Anyway, let's just crack on. Now I'm not sure what we're going to do for the rest of the winter. We've obviously only got one more day of winter, technically. I need to check when we can put our crops in the ground. I'm not sure when it actually is. We've obviously got ourselves set up for... we've got the field cultivated, the one that we wanted, the one that had sorghum in. I do need to cultivate one of the grass fields, or maybe both. I have yet to decide. I think I might do both. I think it would be beneficial to us, because it would give us a large quantity of soybeans. That small field doesn't really give much. In fact, that small field, it may even be more wise. Oh, it's full. It may even be more wise with the small field to actually put something like maize in there, because then I can make my own maize silage. But I'm not... That's a consideration that I hadn't thought of, but I really should. Now, let's have a quick look. So, first thing, look at the calendar. Corn can be planted in April. Okay. Soybeans can be planted in April as well, so we've still got loads of time, actually. The only thing that can be planted in March is oats, sunflowers, potatoes, sugar beet, grapes and olives, and we're not doing any of those. Yeah, okay, so maybe we do corn in the small field, because then I can use something like this. I guess it's in here. Yes. So this guy will mulch through the corn. I think I might even have a modded one somewhere. I'm not sure. No, I don't. But yeah, that will mulch through the corn and just tip it into there, which is fine because we can mount it on the front and just chop our way through the corn. Now, where is it we need to go to sell this silage? I think it's always the same place, isn't it? This is whole crop silage. We want to go to Attingham Livestock Bales. We know exactly where that is. Cover him over. This is pretty heavy. I felt the pull on the tractor as I pulled away then. So Attingham Livestock Bales is not too far from the BGA, which is good. That field looks like a fantastic colour of green. I wish my lawn looked like that, to be honest. Yes, let me get over to the bales sell point and we'll sell this silage. Okay, now as we know, silage is not worth an absolute fortune. It's not, I mean, it's still worth money, but it's not the same, it feels like it's not the same as it was in FS19. And maybe that's on purpose, because in FS19 it was worth kind of ridiculous amount, to be honest. It's weird that there's no... I don't see a tip. I don't actually see material coming out the back. It's very strange. And it's coming out very slowly. Are we tipping through a grain door or something? Maybe. Maybe we're tipping through the grain door. But actually the money's going up quicker than I thought it would. Much, much quicker than I thought it would. Come on, almost there. I'm sure that I've got this set to a grain door, and that's why it's going so slowly, because otherwise it makes no sense. Come on, almost there. As soon as it's finished emptying, I can actually tell. There we go. So, 4927. That's paid for about a quarter, maybe a bit more, of the trailer. So that's not too bad. Right. He's taking a really long time to get back down as well. I don't mind, it's only a small trailer. Oof, all the lights just suddenly came on. Yes, so we are tipping through the grain door. Alright. Right, I'm now going to go back and I'm going to refill, because I think we should sell another one before the end of the episode. Second load, and the final load of the episode. We're not going to do any more after this. Oof. Now, I do feel the weight. I have noticed that I have actually started to feel the weight on the tractor. When I'm going up a hill, I can really feel it. Now, we've got it set to back this time, so I'm interested to see, do I get an animation, and also how quickly does it come out? So, answer, yes, we get an animation, and it comes out much more quickly. As expected, so that's good. So we'll get that tipped. Now, this isn't going to cover the cost of everything we've purchased today, but we're still looking like we're in a decent position. We do have some stuff on lease that we need to purchase or replace, such as the telehandler. That is probably the most expensive. I could buy it, but it costs 56,400. The forage wagon, 41,410. Now, if I go to this menu here, I can see my lease cost per day. Or it's per hour and day, I've noticed. So the JCB is the most expensive now. The Scorpio is really expensive. I need to get rid of that as soon as I can. And the loading wagon. But once I've got rid of those, we're in a very good condition. So that is it for us. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.